Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to Chit Chat with QT. The views that I express are my own personal opinions and reactions for research and commentary, and everything is alleged. Join me while I discuss hot topics, reality TV, celebrity news, and more. Please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. So let's get into this video, guys. I am going to be doing the recap of part 3 of the reunion by scenes. So I'm going to start this one off with Kimmy and Destiny, as well as Destiny, Mel, and Tisha. But first, I have a question. When part 2 of the reunion ended, it was Destiny insinuating that she had so much shit on Mel. And then we have Maurice saying, don't do that, don't say that. They didn't even show that. So what is up with the editing of this show? Why would they not continue where they left off with that? They didn't show it at all in part 3. But anyway, we start off with Kimmy and Destiny still talking about Destiny being defensive and combative. And they had that little stare down back and forth. Kimmy was over it. She was sick of Destiny saying that, look, I did say this, I did say that, but it didn't make it. And Kimmy said that when production asks her to talk about this or that, she always says, do you not see me trying? And she basically gives more. So Destiny's excuse about editing and all of that happens to everyone. And I said this, if you're given this and given that and they don't show that shit, that means it's garbage. And it's what she's given us throughout her time on this show. Then Carlos gets into asking Destiny, will we see this relationship that she's in? Destiny says absolutely. And I'm going to say, Carlos, before we see a new one, can we find out what happened with the old one? He then asked Destiny why her boyfriend wasn't there, and she said he wanted to be. I wanted him to be here, but due to unforeseen circumstances, it just didn't allow that. What the hell is that telling us? What are the unforeseen circumstances? And this is what I mean when I say Destiny does not give anything at all. Now, she couldn't say shit about her ex-husband and why he served her with divorce papers 3 weeks after giving birth. And now with this relationship or whatever it is, unforeseen circumstances kept him from coming to the reunion. What? Did he need airfare? What's really going on? And I doubt that because word around social media is allegedly he may be a pusher, pushing narcotics, alleged. But anyway, Carlos then asked Destiny if the cast has met him. She said, oh yeah, well, Courtney and Stormy, Tiffany and Lou. So I'm assuming that they met when Destiny had her performance in St. Louis this past summer. Carlos then asked her if it's still a long-distance relationship. And what she said was a little weird to me. Destiny says, yeah, it is. And I'm working on that habit in therapy. What? What is there to work on if you're in love with somebody? You work on one person getting and moving to where the other person is. There's not much work where you would require therapy. So what the hell? And then Carlos tells her that the fans are invested and he hopes after hearing this that it motivates her. And Destiny said, come on, I'm an open book. Girl, bye. That book has been in your face for 4 years and you've yet to turn a page. Open book my ass. And Carlos, I hope you burn the book. The people are tired. We don't even want to know about Destiny at this point. I'm not sure why She is given chance after chance after chance. Production had issues with her, and other people said that she's difficult. Enough is enough. Let her go on about her business and decide what she's going to do. But she's not interesting. And obviously, she's not willing to really share. But baby, she definitely shared in this next segment between her and Mel. So they started this segment off by showing flashback of Destiny and Mel's friendships and all of that. And then Carlos asked Mel what happened to their friendship. Mel spoke of the interview Destiny did, and Mel said during that interview, Destiny said a lot of inaccurate things. Destiny then chuckles. But Mel said with the boundaries that she set, she's not going to go back and forth and debate and all of that, and how it's okay if people/Destiny don't like it. It's her life, her peace, her mental health, and she's going to make the best decisions for her. And then Carlos asked Destiny, how does she feel about what she just heard? And Carlos was able to get 3 damn words from the question that he asked from Destiny. 3 words. She said, it sounds good, and just looked. So naturally, Carlos had to dig deeper, and he asked, what did she think brought her to the point they are at now? She said it was a 360 from when they were in LA, and they showed a flashback of Destiny telling Tisha she didn't know if Mel was listening through the walls or what. Carlos asked her, well, were y'all talking shit about Mel? And Destiny said her and Tisha was not talking about Mel. She then said she wants Mel to say what she heard. Mel basically said, no, I'm good. I've already said that. We already discussed it. Destiny then told Mel, what you not gonna do is play in my face. Mel said, I'm not playing in your face. I don't even talk to you, sweetie. And when I tell you Destiny got choked up, looked stunned, didn't know what the hell to say. She started rocking in her seat and everything. They show Stormy. Stormy looked stunned. And we know Stormy feels a certain way about being called sweetie. So I'm not sure if her look was to Mel or what. But Destiny finally stutters and says, well, you're talking to me now. And Destiny said, we not gonna do this. We gonna keep it 100. Mel just started coughing while laughing like, girl, bye. And then Destiny said, well, the reality is this. This is some bullshit. Where we are is some bullshit. And then Tisha, with her messy ass, chimes in and says, somebody needs a storyline. And Tisha, this is that shit that Mel is talking about. You already had your damn turn, puppets and all. Let Destiny talk without you amping shit up more and chiming in. That had nothing to do with you. And if this is how you and Destiny move in Mel's face, I can only imagine what's really being said when you guys are alone. Just like Mel said she overheard in that hotel room. But Carlos then asked Tisha, what did you say, Tisha? She said, I said somebody needed a storyline. Carlos asked, well, who is somebody? And Tisha said, whoever came up with the lie. So let me get this straight, Tisha. You're saying that after filming last year's reunion, when Mel went back to her room, probably to pack up and all of that to get ready to go, she said, you know what? Now, I don't know if Destiny and Tisha may be in this room next to me, but I believe they are. So let me make up hearing them talking about me so I can use that for a storyline next season. Girl, if you don't get your ass out of here with that, look, Mel has been the story and the line. Don't get it twisted. Carlos then asked Tisha if she's denying talking to Destiny about Mel. And she said they were talking about what went on at the reunion. She said she was just telling Destiny she should talk to Mel because when Carlos was asking Mel questions, Mel was looking sad. They then show a flashback of Carlos asking Martel about stepping out on Mel during the pandemic and all of that. Now, call me crazy, but if Destiny was Mel's real friend, and if Destiny witnessed what went on that stage, and if Destiny saw the expressions on Mel's face, looking sad or whatever the case may be, wouldn't Destiny, as Mel's friend, be there to comfort her friend after they got finished filming the reunion? Did she need to be told that by Tisha? Because at that time, Destiny was separated, was going through her divorce. Mel was separated, going through her divorce. I would think the two friends would meet up after filming in one or the other's room, number one, and be there for each other. And they would talk about what was discussed during the reunion. But no, either Tisha was in Destiny's room or Destiny was in Tisha's room. Tisha got a whole husband there with her. She got a whole sister-in-law and brother-in-law there with her. But Destiny found her way in Tisha's room. And people want to act like Mel didn't have a right to cut Destiny ass off. Please. But Carlos then asked Mel if she believed what Tisha was saying, and Mel says she didn't. Tisha then says, when you're sad, I do feel for her. And I once had love for Mel. She said, although Mel has done some evil things, and Mel chimed in and said, ooh, we can tell who you've been talking to. And I'm assuming she's meaning Martel and Destiny. But Tisha then says Mel has a dark soul. Tisha says she doesn't hate Mel and that Mel is the one that says she was her enemy. Carlos asks why she thinks Mel has a dark soul. Tisha then says Mel is very pretty on the outside, but that Mel was the devil in sheep's clothing. And I'm going to again correct Tisha. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. But girl, that was some passive aggressive shit. It is not that deep. What Mel, you would think that Mel was sleeping with Marcel. For you to feel that she's so evil and so dark. You all had a mutual combat. You were talking about her marriage. She talked about yours. It's not that goddamn deep for Tisha to feel like this girl is so dark. And Mel said, oh, well, if you feel that way, you should be thanking God that this evil person is out of your life. Tisha then mumbled something, I'm thanking God, but not about that. Like I said, passive aggressive bullshit. Because look, romantic relationships aren't the only relationships that end and that you cut off and that you go on about your life. So if Mel feels or felt like for her, the best decision was for her to cut Tisha and Destiny out of her life, so be it. They're acting like scorned ex-lovers, if you ask me. Because we know that Tisha set her ass at that beach house in Destin and it didn't look like you was feeling no evil vibes then. So where's all of this coming from? Like seriously. And people do need to normalize cutting people off. It ain't shit wrong with that. But Carlos then asked Destiny, does she agree that Mel has a dark soul? And she said there are things that she does that's very dark. Carlos had to pull it again and say, like what? And then Destiny mentions when Mel went on Carlos's show and said she gave Destiny money. Destiny, that wasn't dark. That was bringing your bullshit to light because you were dogging Mel out in interviews saying she was a bad friend, a master manipulator, and all of that. And what did you expect? For her to not clap back at that? For her to just be quiet? Hell no. Let me show y'all how good of a friend I was to Destiny. I was such a good friend. I saw a notice on her door. Obviously, she's in a time of need, and I gave her $5,000 to $6,000. So now you're not gonna paint me out to be one way, and I know behind the scenes something else is going on. And I believe Mel would have never said shit about that. But I be damned if you gonna go on an interview run and talk negatively about me, talk shit about me to Tisha and the crew, and I'm not gonna say what went on. Girl, bye. And Mel should have told her, so what you not gonna do is play in my face, and what you gonna do is keep it 100. But Destiny still tried to minimize it and said, you gave me $5,000 to $6,000 for my bills? Chick, it don't matter what she gave it to you for, she gave it to you. Mel said, I didn't say bills. Destiny said, but that's what it made it look like. Carlos said, okay, she's giving you money to support you. Destiny says, correct, but we not gonna make it to be a one-sided friendship. Destiny is looking very one-sided to me. Mel didn't link up with your ops. Mel is not running back talking to your ex-husband. Mel wasn't telling you, girl, this your ex calling me. Yeah, that's one-sided as hell. But Destiny then said she wasn't needy or broke, and it's not like she needed Mel to bounce back in life. Wrong again. You were very needy. You basically begged this girl to be your village. You were broke because you had notices on your goddamn door. If you're paying your bills, you're not gonna get notices. So yeah, you were broke. And you definitely needed her name in your mouth to bounce back and have a storyline on this show. So you can miss us with that. But Destiny said that she felt like Mel should have clarified that. And again, what have you ever clarified, Destiny? What have you clarified for us on this show? We don't know shit about you. You ain't clarified nothing. So don't ask of others what you're not doing. Clarify for us why your ex-husband presented you with divorce papers 3 weeks after giving birth. Clarify that. But she then says Mel stopped a business situation from going through. Newsflash, Destiny. And this is on the line of real friends, since you seem to not have a clue. If I know of you only because of my friend, and I was toying with the idea of doing business with you, and if I happen to see you myself in interviews bad-mouthing our mutual friend in common, supposed to be friend, and I knew that the only reason why I was contemplating doing business with you was because of Mel, yeah, I'm pulling out too. Because that speaks to your character. And guess what? You could turn around and do the same goddamn thing to me. After I put money in your pockets by way of business because of Mel, yeah, no, I'm good. But Destiny said that Mel called her a liar and a snake, and yeah, you were. But Mel told her, look, basically, if she wanted to do business with you, that doesn't affect my coin. And if it's not affecting my coins, she don't care what people do. And Destiny then said that Mel's friend said, I stopped working with her because of my loyalty to you. You damn Skippy. That's what friends do, Destiny. You got Tisha, don't you? And it looks like your needy ass is gonna now be working with her at Scott Realty. So you good. She tried to do the same damn thing with Stormy, begging to go in business with her and begging to get her products in her store. God damn. Enough is enough. But Carlos then goes on to say that a lot of the fans feels like this may be the issue and asks Mel if she felt like Destiny was too chummy with Martel. Mel said when it came to Destiny and Martel's relationship, she had been married to him for 13, 14 years, and she didn't know that they were such good friends. And she said that when she was on the phone with Destiny, telling her everything Martel is doing to cause her all of this heartache and headaches and pain. And it tripped me out because while Mel is saying this, Destiny is chuckling. She's actually chuckling, but she's still confused as to why they aren't friends. But Mel said her and Destiny were connecting in a sense because both of their exes were very similar, and she wondered why Destiny was giving Martel all of this convo. Destiny then says, sort of under her breath, "Where are we going with this?" Destiny, where we're going is to why I cut your ass off. That's where we're going. I'm confiding in you shit that I went through and vice versa, but your ass made sure to let me know every time he was calling you. That's where we're going. We're going right to where I kicked your ass to the curb so you can sit right next to his ass. Mel then goes on to say that Destiny had just called Martel the other week at 1 and 5 in the morning. Destiny looked stunned and said, "I was calling him at 1 and 5 in the morning?" Mel says, "Mm-hmm." Martel says, "This Martel?" "Yeah, you Negro." Carlos then asks Mel how she knows that, and Destiny voluntarily said, "Oh, you talking about when you hacked his phone?" Now, Destiny, how would you know that Mel hacked his phone? You guys are not friends. You all don't talk at all. And you just so happen to know that Mel hacked Martel's phone. And you could see the wheels turning in Martel's head. He looked like a deer caught in headlights because the only person that would say some shit like that is him. He would have said that to Destiny. But Destiny then says that Mel hacked his phone and she was on his voicemail. Mel said, "What would be the purpose of me hacking Martel's phone?" And Martel then says, while trying to give this Oscar-worthy performance, "I have no idea." Mel then said her phone was attempted to be hacked. Destiny laughs loudly again. And I think she was laughing because her and Martel's ass was busted. But Carlos asked Mel if she thinks Martel tried to hack her phone, and Mel said, "Hell yeah. That's why I changed my number and only 5 people have it." Carlos then asked Martel if he ever hacked Mel's phone. He says, "Hell no." He said once people call his phone, and when he does not answer, then it rings to Mel's phone, and that Mel's answering service comes on. And that's how everyone knew it was Mel, but she's trying to flip the script. Carlos then asked Mel, "So you're receiving phone calls from numbers from people calling Martel?" Mel said yes. Mel says somebody did that shit backwards, allegedly. Martel then says, "This is so sad. You're pathetic." Mel said, "No, you are, and your little ugly shoes." And when I tell you I laughed my ass off because they then panned down to Martel's patent leather steppers. That shit was so funny. But Carlos then asked Destiny, would she ever like to reconcile her friendship with Mel? And she said a quick no. And I said, "Girl, stop. Your ass was ecstatic when Mel came to that photo shoot when you had on that yellow Big Bird ass dress, and you were damn near begging for that friendship. You was telling Mel, you know you miss us. You know you miss our friendship." And Mel shut your ass down. She did say she did miss the friendship, but she's good now. Now, had Mel said, "Yes, I miss the friendship, and yes, let's get back on track," you would have done just that. So Destiny needs to be real. But then she goes on into saying that she wants to clear up her being too chummy with Martel. She said that she's known him since she was 15, and her being a single woman, calling him while he was married, I guess she didn't feel like that would be right. Now, wait a minute. if you guys were only friends, childhood friends, and didn't ever have anything going on romantically, why would it be odd to call your childhood friend just because he's married? Real childhood friends do that all the time. Now, somebody that could have possibly and allegedly been involved with him back in the day, I can see them saying that. But no, if y'all was just friends, what's the big deal? But she goes on to say that when she moved back and she started dating her ex, that's when they reconnected. Destiny then says that if Mel wanted her to cut Martel off for what he did to her, she would have to cut Mel off for the same reason. Martel then starts asking, well, what was the reason? What was the reason? Mel then says, if I'm on the phone with you and you all ha-haing and you say, girl, this your ex, let me call you back. Mel said, call him back then, shit. And right, Mel, go ahead on, because what your ass won't be able to do is call me back after. Next. But Destiny says she didn't want to be fake and not say he was calling her. She would rather tell her girl, hey, this is Martel. Mel said, yeah, well, you was also telling me all he does is talk about me and bash me. And Mel is basically confused. Why would she answer? Guess what? Destiny ass got quiet then. She then says, I told you that? Yeah, you did. And if you're entertaining him talking bad and bashing Mel, take your ass on with him. That's Mel's whole point. But Mel said, you did. Yes, you did tell me that. And Destiny said, okay. Yeah, she busted your ass out right in Martel's face and shut your ass right on up. But then Carlos asked Stormy how she feels about what she's hearing. She said that she don't know a lot of the dynamics and that her and Mel hasn't been through anything because basically they're just building their friendship and it's not that deep yet. And she said Destiny and Mel has been through some shit and really good friends should be able to get through that. Martel then yells for Stormy to retreat. Retreat now. And Stormy, you shouldn't feel sorry for her. Mel tells Martel, I feel sorry for you. Martel tells Mel, she's a good liar. Mel tells him, no, you are. But I see the projection. He said he forgives people. And he's still friends with people. Mel then tells Martel, who sits and still wants to be friends with people that's talked bad about him, said he didn't have his home builder's license. And she's talking about the Scotts. She said they called him a liar and said all type of stuff about Martel. And she asks, why is it that he's still trying to build a friendship with them? And she said, it's because you want to be able to do exactly what you're doing in this moment. See, I get along with everybody. I'm still friends with everybody. And she said she's not like that. Cross her and you're done. Martel then gets into his Barack Obama presidential speech voice, and he says he forgives people because he wants people to forgive him as well. He then tells Mel she hasn't forgiven anybody for nothing. Martel, guess who she's tried to forgive multiple times? Yo ass, for lying and cheating. So if anything, you taught her how to cut people off and not continuously give people chance after chance after chance. But he had the nerve to say Mel wants something from them or wants something from people if she forgives them. No, again, Martel, you want something from them. A goddamn job. That's why you took your ass up to Tisha and was trying to buy your way back into Scots. That's why you're groveling at their feet after they did exactly what Mel just said. Talked about your ass like a dog. When they all were at Kimmy and Maurice's house and they were sitting in that backyard, all of them laughed their ass off talking about Martel not having his builder's license. But Mel said that Martel has been saying all of this all throughout Huntsville for a long time. And she let him know she don't need nothing, she don't want nothing, that God is her source, and God has been her source ever since she left his dusty ass. But Carlos then says to Destiny and Stormy, well, it was nice to have you guys, and it was nice that you all were able to mend your friendship. And then Destiny, still trying to get Mel's attention, says, that's what real people do. And Mel rolled her eyes, and so did I. Destiny is crazy. Look, real people do not have to forgive fake ass friends, people that's running back talking to their ex-husbands, people that's running back talking about them to the Scotts, people that ran on the internet and was talking bad about them in interviews. Yeah, real people don't have to continue on with that bullshit. And that's just why Mel cut her real ass off. But anyway, guys, that was a lot. Oh my goodness. That was just one segment. So there is no way in the world I would have been able to sum up this whole part 3 of the reunion the way that I want to sum it up in one video. So I will have 2 more videos coming. The next will be Mel and Martel's segment with Carlos crying, and then I will have Kimmy's story. But yeah, guys, if you watched that reunion, drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on Destiny. I'm so over her. And Carlos, again, we the people have had enough. And I don't mean this in any type of way, but allegedly Bravo gave Carlos his walking papers. Carlos, you need to do the same with Destiny. Let her go on about her business. We don't care about Moses because we ain't even know shit about LeBarrett. Enough. But drop down, guys. Please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Chat with you guys soon. Bye.